Hey y'all, it's me James, and tonight I'm going to be doing uh, as good a job as I can with the scent profile for Eric at Dapper Dragon Soaps. Uh, Eric, this is the test scent that you sent, and for me, the first time I used it, I was picking up something in the scent profile that kind of just reminded me of wild onion, the kind that you kind of get in your grass, or that we get in our grass here at times. And when you freshly cut the grass, you can kind of smell it coming up along with the grass as well. Since then, and it wasn't like unpleasant, it was just there in the background, so it was kind of making it harder to kind of go through and say, okay, what other things am I getting out of this? I will say that to me, the scent profile got better after the initial couple of lathers. And so now, where are we at? I have had this blooming, this test scent. And I quite like it. I mean, it's a greeny type of scent. It's like if you had your own little garden of spices that you grow yourself. That type of green. So the bergamot, there's rosemary. I don't really pick up cedar, and I'm not quite sure what leather fragrance note is supposed to smell like. I know what leather, like my leather jacket, smells like, and I know what like leather that's not as, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not as manufactured, more like a raw leather good that you would get. Kind of like knife sheaths. A lot of knife sheaths are just, they're tanned, but they don't have like a whole lot of other stuff done to them. So I'm not really picking up that note. Maybe just a hint of like some type of floral note in here as well. So that's what I'm getting out of it. Again, it performs great. So there's nothing wrong with performance, but scent profile wise, it just has that really green scent to it that you can get from just the bergamot or the rosemary. And I don't know if the bergamot's a little bit stronger, but I like the smell of bergamot, and I think it's a well balanced scent. I think it blends really nicely so that you're not just getting one thing, you're getting the different notes that you have in it working together, and it's coming out quite nicely. I like that. Okay. So today, just to kind of lather it up and let it be on the face as I pick up the scents, and gonna run through a shave. I'm not gonna put the whole thing on there. This is more about the scent. And I'll be doing regular swirls, Ray, Stallion. I'm not gonna be doing any little brush touches or anything like that. I'm gonna lather up like I normally would. I'm going full luxury. Alright, so I'm going to pour this out. And this is my grooming company Packers edition, and they just happen to be playing the Vikings tonight. Who knew? Alright. I'm unaware of whatever the score is right now, by the way. Just finished up some dinner and kind of just sitting around, so Not a whole lot else. Alright. Again, it's not really a lather profile that I'm doing here, but just so that you can see, everything's looking fine. Set this to the side. Wet my face. Be right back. Water is nice and warm. And here we go. One thing I noticed about my goatee is as it's coming in, it's about 10 days now, and it holds onto that water that you can kind of come across and pick up and add to the rest of your face. Alright. So I already washed my face. I'm not shaving the goatee, I just want to put the lather there so I can keep smelling it. Alright, just a touch more water. Don't want it pasty, you want it to be slick. So there. Very nice. I will say that watching Ray and the Stallion, and people might think that's in jest and whatever, but I know my grandfather himself, when I watched him, he wouldn't use voluminous lather. He would use just more of something quick and simple, and because back then the Williams mug, the formula that he used was that older Tello version that worked, what some feel is a lot better than their current production one. He didn't seem to ever have any problems with his lathers. He always had wonderful shaves when I watched him do his Sunday morning shaves. Alright, so I'm going to be using Knockout Shave, Ralph's standard razor. Again, this is his personal one. This is the 4th use of the Gillette Silver Blue inside of this razor. And here we go. Right now, the scent is quite nice. I wouldn't call it a heavy scent and not a light scent. It's what I would consider moderate. Just to kind of give a gauge for everybody that's familiar, Top Sandalwood to me is a heavy scent to me, and moderate would be something less than that, and light, I'm trying to think of something that only has a light scent that's more out there that everyone could relate to. Can't really think of anything. I have artisan soaps that I'd have in light scents, but I'm trying to think of a market one. Well, anyway, it's a moderate scent to my senses, and I quite like it. One thing I want to say about the standard razor as I'm doing this is that I find it surprisingly efficient for my type of hair growth. which are prickly little suckers as far as the hairs, the whiskers go. But not in a thick, heavy growth pattern. So even though this razor is lighter, with these sharper blades in it, smooth blades, you can, or I should say I can really hit areas on my neck and not be concerned as much with irritation. And that has allowed for some really nice shaves. So yeah, it's quite surprising that this light razor just seems really well made. Probably would do well for other gents that have, you know, light to medium growth with prickly stubble, prickly whiskers like myself. Alright, gonna go ahead and rinse and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. It's just a pleasure to rinse off the base. Just has a really nice scent. I know for me, when I go anything other than what's more of a with the grain with my whiskers, I have to give a slight stretch to what I'm doing, whether it's I kind of tuck my cheek this way to stretch this way as I'm also pulling my face to get that a little more taut. I just find for me it just helps the blade glide a little bit easier as you're catching the whiskers. Because I went mostly against the grain on that pass. Pretty close already. So this will just be mostly lather, and it's just nice having that scent there. Alright, more of the cedar now as I'm working through, coming out of the scent. But still not what I would call like dominating. Again, very just well balanced. Alright, now I'm going to rinse real quick. Be right back. Alright, so there's that. Scent still nice and sitting there really well. Alright, it's just really cool to enjoy traditional wet shaving because we get to use these soaps that these artisans put out, the better companies that are out there that put out nice products, and just what we're able to apply to our face, and especially with a lot of the artisans that take a lot of care not to put any crazy ingredients in their stuff, so that we know we're getting good clean product lists as far as ingredients go, and just really nice. The scents, everything, the oils and everything that are inside of it, creating the scent, not tingling my skin at all. I'm several shaves in with this now, and it does quite nice. Again, the rest of the ingredients that you use, Eric, for your just creating the lather portion, doing well. The I just don't know what else to say. It's coming along nice. The scent grew on me. I really like it now, and I'm trying to think if I were to tweak any one thing, what would it be? And I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Only because I know. Sorry about that. Only because I know that I like how bergamot blends with things. To me, that is really helped me really like the way the scent profiles worked out. So I'm not sure if there's anything else that I would do to it. The only thing I'm kind of curious about is like, for my own interest really, would be like, what would a little bit of lemongrass oil, essential oil, be like in this as well? Just a hint of it, just to bring a little light citrus note to it. But as far as staying more with the scents that remind you of everything that's low as you walk through the woods, I think it hits that mark. Alright. Well, something else I like about the goatee. I'm going to do a little bit of touch up. And this razor's so light, with these good slick soaps like Dapper Dragon, just a little bit of light work. With these sharp with the sharp blade, goes a long way. All right, well, that's all I got. Again, thanks again, Ralph, for letting me borrow your razor. And the only drawback I really have with it is that for my razors, I like to be able to change out the handles without any thought to it. And because of the way the post is on this one, not so much for me in that category. But everything else about it works great. This soap, this test scent, Eric, I think it works well. The scents blend nice. They give you the sense of, or give me the sense of, again, everything low that you would get as you go through the woods, or as you bring home and have your own little green spice patch going on, and you just have that different things that you can pick out of there. One thing I'm not too sure about that I'm sure is in here, and it just might be blending well with the bergamot, is the rosemary. I'm gonna need to kind of hit rosemary and just kind of pull it in to my senses, so I'll have it stored in here. Again, that's all I got for now, and thanks for watching.